Good afternoon and happy Mother's Day. I am hoping that a bunch of us are going to get together today to scrapbook or at least make a mini album. And just before we get started here, I just want to give a very special Mother's Day greeting to the mothers in my life, Mom Markgraf and Mom Rich, and all of my sisters and sisters-in-law and nieces who are mothers, because it's a special day and we can't celebrate together. So this is the official Happy Mother's Day to those that I love in my life and to all of you out there as well. So today's mini album is going to be just a small one again, and most of them, I mean, they're mini, right? So I had a bunch of designer series paper that I asked you to cut in preparation for today, and as well as a number 10 envelope. So make sure you have those things ready, as well as if you have a scoring tool handy, get that prepared as well. And one thing I didn't put on the list is a scissors or a paper trimmer. So make sure you have all that handy so that we can get through this awesome album together. There's nothing special you need besides paper otherwise. So, oh, I guess there is. A punch, a circle punch, if you have one. You can do a square punch, and you can also just use your scissors to cut out what we're going to do. So whatever you have handy is great. So let's get started and flip you around here. That wasn't the smoothest transition. My apologies. So I hope you're all having a good day. Here in southern Minnesota, it's not beautiful. I was out earlier and we had a little bit of sleet. And it's been off and on rain, clouds, cold, but that's okay. It's the warmth inside that matters. And scrapping sure is going to help today. So thanks for joining me, ladies and gentlemen, if there are any gentlemen out there. Let's start with the piece of 4x12 cardstock that you chose. I chose white for mine. You can certainly have whatever is going to match your project. And we're going to score this 4 inches from one end, and then flip that and score it 4 inches from the other end as well. Now, if you do not have a scoring tool, remember that you can take your ruler and your pencil, and you can mark your tick marks at 4 inches, and then on the top at 4 inches, put your ruler down to connect the 2 lines, and then use a scoring tool or a bone folder or a Pampered Chef pan scraper to make your score lines. So what we're going to have is 3 sections that are 4 by 4. We're going to fold the first part. Depends how you look at it, I guess, but you're going to have that flap on your right hand side, and then you're going to fold the other one the opposite way. So it's accordion folded, and I will use my bone folder to get a nice crease on both of those. And I'm trying to kill time so that you have some time to catch up. But it's going to look like this, kind of a Z-fold look, and it's going to open. I'm double checking this time so that I'm not lying to you. It's going to open from the left. All right. So then let's grab our pieces of 2 by 3 3/4. And I am choosing the Magnolia Lane Designer Series paper, one of the most gorgeous papers in our current catalog, in my opinion. And last I looked, it was still available. Also a pack of bulk papers still available too, so you can check that out. And now what we're going to do is just choose one to adhere to your piece, your front page, of your album. I'm going to just choose a stripe here. I have white as my base, so I wanted something maybe not quite so white for my first one here. All right, then I want you to open it all the way. And then we're going to do, I'm going to do the same one. You can decide. Do this one way on the right side, like so. And again, I'll just kind of slow down, let you catch up. This is a really simple album to put together and not too many pieces, nothing, no ribbons or extras like that. All right, and now we're gonna fold it on the most right fold here. We're just gonna flip that all the way over and then choose one more designer series paper to put over here. So these measure 2 by 3 3/4, so that the 3/4 is so that there's a border on top and bottom, and then the 2 I just put off the edge a little bit to leave a little border. So again, on one side it looks like this. Fold on the furthest right fold and flip that around like that. Are we following so far? I'm so glad you're all here to take part in our scrapping today. Thanks for being here. Now let's take the, I think it was 7 1/4 by 7 1/4. We're going to fold that one in half. So whatever you want the main side to be, that's what you want on this outside here. Okay. Then we're going to take with, I guess it doesn't matter, but with the opening on the left hand side, go ahead and fold that in half again. Like I said, it probably doesn't really matter in the end. And then I'm just going to use my bone folder and really get those creases folded tight. All right, and on this piece, I had said in my instructions that it's best if it was a two-sided paper, because what we're going to do now is we're going to just turn that paper over and fold at an angle like this. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of time to do that. And while you are doing that, I just want to talk about the schedule for the upcoming weeks. Next week, we will have our 1 o'clock scrap together Sunday like normal. And then the following week is Memorial Day weekend. And we, regardless of what the plan is from the governor here in Minnesota, we're going to take that Sunday off. So on May 24th, I believe is the date, there will be no scrap together Sunday. So just keep that in mind. If you tune in for Stamp Together Saturday, we are meeting at 10:30 next week, and stay tuned for the plans after that. Okay. All right, so hopefully you've caught up, and then we're going to flip it around to the other side, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to turn that one over, give it a good crease so that it looks the same on both sides. I haven't decided on the Stamp Together Saturday for the 23rd yet. Part of it will probably depend on the governor's order. So like I said, stay tuned. Next week, we are going to try the toilet paper roll album. So stay tuned this afternoon. I'm going to get the supplies out this afternoon so that you can start compiling what you need to compile for that project. All right, so now we're going to flip back to where the opening is on the left, and then just open that all up and then put adhesive on the whole thing. And I'm using plenty. I'm going to run out. Okay. And then what's going to happen is you're going to put that in the middle section of this piece, center it left to right, and then adhere that down. So that on one side it looks like this, and on the other side it looks like that. All right. And we're going to set that aside right now. And next we're going to get out our piece that is 4, I think it's 4.5 by 10.5, I think. And for this one, I want you to go ahead and fold that in half. And then we're going to adhere the, oh my gosh, the 3 and, I'll measure it so that we don't get it wrong. 3 3/4 by 4 3/4 piece, right? Yep. Okay, so that's the front of our album. Now, obviously, for this part, you can go ahead and decorate and add embellishments and put a title on there, whatever it is you want to do. All right, then we're going to take our envelope. We want that sealed up tight. So for mine, it's as simple as a tear. And then I'm just going to take adhesive on the corners here and then seal that shut. So whatever it takes to seal that envelope is what you're going to do. Then we're going to go ahead and trim off the edges to create one opening on this end, and we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Now you can use your trimmer if you'd like. It's not that big of a deal to me to just snip that with the scissors. So you can go ahead and do that. And then what you're creating here is just a little bit of a tunnel so you can see all the way through the envelope. Okay. Then go ahead to take your punch. I'm using 1.5. I said you could use anything from, I think, 1 1/4 to 2 or something like that, I said. And I'm just going to stick that in the center left to right of my envelope. And I'm going to snip that out to create a little thumb grabbing spot. And then go ahead and fold that envelope in half. And when you do that now, you can take that same punch and stick it in and get the same thumbnail area where you'll be able to pull out your insert. All right, so hopefully you're with me. We sealed an envelope. Then we trimmed off just a little sliver of the sides. And then we cut a partial circle punch out of both sides. And your circle punch can probably get through both depending on how heavy your envelope is. So you can fold that and then punch both sides at the same time if you want. Okay, so now we're ready. The flap is on the inside. We're going to put adhesive on the back of that. So flap on the inside and then adhesive on the back side. And then you can put your envelope and you can butt it up against the scored line but not over it. Okay, and then we'll make sure that's sealed on there. All right, so then while this is open like this, we're going to adhere some more of our Designer Series paper. So for me, I'm going to use my more white background onto the left-hand side because then I've got my Petal Pink as my background. And then I think I will take my pink based Designer Series paper, and that will go here on the envelope. So what you're creating here are spots where you can put another piece of paper or a picture to add your journaling or your photos. So, you know, I said in a post earlier that you can certainly have pictures printed quickly and give it to mom today, because it's we're putting it together, and that certainly is, if mom lives close by, that'd be a easy thing to send to her. All right, are we caught up? I'm trying to keep an eye on the comments so that you can tell me whether or not I'm going too fast. So don't be shy. Then go ahead and take, and I'm going to measure again because I don't remember, our 4 by 4.5. And I used Petal Pink again. And that's what's going to go in the first pocket here. And I may need to trim mine off a little, or it'll just get used to sliding in and out. But that's where you can have a couple of more pictures or some journaling. So that just can slip right in into the pocket that our envelope made when we folded it in half. Cute, huh? Yay. All right, are we ready to flip open to the next page? Hope so. All right, so then for this page, we're going to adhere that last piece of Designer Series paper that is cut 2 by 3 3/4. And then again, we can add a photo here, a spot for journaling, whatever it is you want to do. I'm trying not to get too fast, but I also know that you can go back and watch again and pause it when you need to pause it. So now we're going to take this piece here and we're going to accordion fold that shut. So we're just going to shut that like this, flip it over, and on the plain white side now, or plain colored side for you, I'm just going to put adhesive, and then again, this is going to go up to the fold, but not over it. So like this. So then we'll be able to pull that open. Isn't that cute? Ah! All right, and then the squares here that are 3.5 by 3.5 go right into these pockets. And I hate to beat a dead horse, but great place for, you can stick a white piece on here for journaling. You could add a photo, a few embellishments, stick that in the pocket. Flip that all the way over, and the other piece that is 3.5 square can go in there as well. Super cute. I love paper crafting because there are so many fun things you can do with paper. It's amazing. And finally, that last piece that fits into the envelope, 4 by 4.5, I think we said earlier, that goes in there. And there's your album. If you made it with me, I hope you made it. I hope we didn't lose you. Go back and watch it again. This is a fun one to duplicate several times because it really is easy. You don't need any special supplies. If you've got a circle punch, that's easy. If you don't have a circle punch, you can certainly just take your snips or your scissors and cut a little notch out here to get that spot to grab your paper. But other than that, you know, there's really no special tools that you need to create that album. Just a blast from the past. This is the one I had made originally. Still have no pictures in it. Thanks, Tammy. Still have no pictures in it, but it was great inspiration for this one today. Oh my goodness, so fun. So thank you for joining me for that. And just remember that next week we will make the toilet paper roll album, and I'll put those supplies up ASAP so that you have time to get that ready. I think I said you need 4 empty toilet paper rolls. And then a few other supplies. Now, I'm still working on a couple of ways that we can tweak the one I have here. So I'm going to do the best I can to, like I said, get that out as soon as possible so that you can get any supplies you need. So thank you for joining me today, and happy Mother's Day again to all of you, and we'll see you soon, I hope. Take care.